cloud earlier today. Take a look outside right now in Pueblo. In the beginning of this block, we showed you a look from Linwood. That's actually in the southwestern part of the city, and that is where we had some very heavy rain earlier, obviously causing some ponding on the roads. You can see it there in our live shot. Our flood advisory has been issued until 6:15 this evening because of the heavy rain. You'll notice now that area of pink, that shows where the heaviest rain is falling off toward the north and east. Now, this cell is going to continue traveling out toward the east. So if you are in Pueblo proper, well, you're going to start to notice the rain lightening up here over the next 15 to 20 minutes. Avondale still getting quite a bit of heavy rain, though, right along that Highway 50 corridor. That's where we are tracking some reduced visibilities because of the rain. So if you are traveling in this direction and you can just wait it out a little bit, a good idea to do so, because traveling beneath that line of storms is going to be anything but easy. This storm cluster extends all the way up into eastern El Paso County. Rush is getting some heavy rain, as is Truckton, Ellicott. Looking off toward the south, you can see some of those dark, ominous clouds. We are tracking a few showers just to the east now of Waldo Canyon. That is an area that we are very susceptible to flash flooding, so something that we'll be tracking very closely. But thankfully, that cell moved very quickly over the burn scar, did not cause any issues as far as flooding. Fountain, we're still seeing a bit of rain for you, not quite as intense as it was just about an hour ago. And farther toward the south, we have a cluster of storms impacting areas in Los Animas County, just off toward the east of the I-25 corridor. I want to show you some of the pictures and videos that we have had sent into our newsroom because they are fairly impressive. The storm's looking mean out there this evening, and we are going to continue tracking them here over the next couple of hours. We have had some videos sent in of the clouds that have been moving through. As I mentioned, we had a report of a funnel cloud near Fort Carson and Fountain. Thankfully, that did not touch down or cause any issues. However, with this additional rain, you bet that we are tracking the creeks getting higher and higher. Thankfully, Fountain Creek still well within its banks, but that is going to be something that we'll be tracking here for the remainder of the evening until these storms move out of here. Skycast is showing that the storms will eventually move off toward the east. By 9 o'clock, aside from a few sprinkles here and there, the bulk of this activity is going to be out across the plains and up to our north around Denver. Most of the storms are going to come to an end by midnight, with the exception again of a sprinkle or two, very similar to the setup that we had out there last night. Early tomorrow morning, the only issues that you will encounter on your drive into school and work Thursday morning will be a bit of low clouds, some fog, but other than that, it should be relatively dry. And we'll keep the dry conditions around through noon tomorrow. It won't be until the afternoon when once again we'll get another round of storms to kick up around Denver first about 2 o'clock, and then those storms will continue to expand toward the south as we take you into the late afternoon and evening. The storms tomorrow should not be quite as intense as they are out there today, but nevertheless, we could still have the potential for some heavy rain. A few areas of hail and gusty winds not out of the question either. Taking you into 10 o'clock tomorrow night, though, everything is going to wrap up, so we'll have that hot time between about 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock to get those storms once again to pop up on your Thursday. Beyond 6 o'clock, though, things should begin to quiet down. Temperatures tonight will be falling into the 40s for most across southern Colorado. Tomorrow afternoon, we're getting into the 60s and 70s. Of course, when those storms start to stroll over the state, we are expecting temperatures to drop off beneath those cells. Usually we see the temperatures fall between 10 and 20 degrees as storms travel overhead. Checking out your 7-day forecast, we have a very active couple of days. We are going to kick up the storm potential Friday into Saturday. Saturday looking like one of those crazy days here in Colorado where we could get severe weather across the plains, up in the mountains. We could even see a lot of snow falling, especially for some of the highest peaks. So an active day of weather to start off the weekend. Unfortunately, it looks like it is going to be a soggy day for moms. So if you have outdoor plans on Sunday, you better come up with a plan B, because we are tracking a 40% chance for storms in Colorado Springs. Temperatures staying in the low 50s through Monday. We'll gradually make our way back into the 70s, though, by the middle of next week. Pueblo 71 degrees tomorrow, 66 on Friday, with 60s expected to start the weekend, 50s to round it out. So Sunday also looking cool, along with that chance for storms. Temperatures getting into the 60s, though. Monday we're back in the 70s to near 80s, Tuesday into Wednesday. In Canyon City, we are going to continue to track those temperatures falling as we take you into the weekend, with storms sticking around through Sunday. It won't be until early next week when we'll start to finally see a bit of blue skies returning and drier conditions as well. Teller County 55 degrees tomorrow, 51 on Friday. We will continue to very closely monitor the Waldo Canyon burn scar as well as conditions along Highway 24 here over the next couple of days, as the rain will stick around, and you'll notice Friday, Saturday, Sunday, look how cool those temperatures are going to get. Because it is going to be a bit colder as our next system moves in Friday into Saturday, we are going to put the rain and snow icon on there. Could see some minor accumulations around Teller County. We'll have to keep a very close eye on that. 38 degrees, though, your high temperature on Sunday. So for the second half of the weekend, it is going to feel awfully chilly. I know a lot of moms, including my own, like to get their gardening done on Mother's Day, spend the day outside. Fortunately, Mother Nature has